Hey everyone,
I'm Jill.
and I'm Ryno.
And we love bourbon.
In addition to drinking it, we also wanted to learn about it and share that info with you.
So come join us in
The Bourbon Study.
Welcome back
To the Bourbon Study.
Yeah, there are a lot of bottles here today.
A lot of bottles. It's been a rough week.
But as we approach, we covered all the holiday drinks back over the fall and the winter, and as the snow starts to melt in other places that are not Florida, as Florida gets back out of their
90 degree heat,
130-degree day that we had, that everyone thought they were dying. It's springtime. Spring is upon us.
Spring has sprung.
Yeah, so I came up with this drink, and I call it Florals for Spring.
And I call it groundbreaking. I think it's great. I'm excited. You know why I'm excited? Because it uses this Italicus.
You love a lot of these more herbal, floral type things.
The great they normally are in gin drinks.
Again, if you're a gin drinker and you're like, I'm on the fence about whiskey, this is the drink for you to tip you over the edge.
Yeah.
So,
tip you tipsily over the edge.
Today, we're not actually using a bourbon for this. We are using blackened, which is a whiskey that is finished in black brandy casks. So you could use the Derringer PX Sherry for this.
Yeah.
You could use a Breck port finish. Anything that's in those wine sort of categories would be good for this drink.
I feel like we should sample this real quick.
Yeah, we should. Also, the interesting thing about blackened, which you probably also don't know, is that it is made by the Metallica lead singer.
Shut up.
And while it's finishing in the black brandy casks, they play music at it.
So, like a baby in the womb.
So that the reverberations are supposed to aid in the absorption.
Oh, I guess, it would, because it'd do the Jurassic Park thing with the water in the wood. My God, pour this baby in here.
So I thought that's interesting. I don't know if there's any scientific evidence to one way or the other, but it sets them apart.
So why is it a whiskey and not a bourbon?
Well, they do use a bourbon in it, but it is a blend. So it's they blend some bourbons and some straight whiskeys together, and then finish it in the black cherry.
That's cool. That's really interesting. I had no idea I know like celebrity liquors is a big thing.
I think the thing that's nice about it is it's very light.
Yeah.
Which is why it works really well for this recipe, which has a lot of different components. You don't want a super oaky or a super flavorful bourbon or whiskey that's going to just like bulldoze down.
Much like the florals themselves, it's delicate. It's delicate. Well, shall we? Let's make it.
All right, so we are going to use 2 ounces of the bourbon whiskey of your choice. Like I said, anything that's finished in a cask of some sort of wine or brandy would be ideal for this recipe. Something light, fruity.
Like myself.
Nutty. No, I'm just
Nutty. It's a bit nutty.
So we're going to do 2 ounces of the whiskey and then 1 ounce each of Italicus, it's hard to describe.
It smells like Sprite syrup. It's a really interesting liquor. How much are you using? I'm sorry.
1 ounce each of the flower liquors. So 1 ounce of the Italicus and 1 ounce of Saint Germain, which is Elderflower.
Yeah. Pops up in a lot of different drinks too.
Yeah,
Good one to have on the shelf.
I don't know how to explain Elderflower, but Elderflower and elderberry are 2 very different things. This one almost has like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to say fruity, like if that makes sense. Like it's definitely floral, but it's that point where it starts to enter into that fruity territory. So Jolly Rancher is actually good.
All right, so far 2 of the whiskey, 1 each of the 2 liquors, and then we're going to do just a ½ ounce of hibiscus Monin syrup.
I think we should appeal to Monin for sponsorship. At this point, we are just running through their library of flavors, and there are some like crazy flavors.
And this one makes a great margarita too. Yeah, I just made some hibiscus margaritas.
I bet that would be good in a gin and tonic too.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
I actually I cut some of the lime juice back and used fresh squeezed orange juice.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Very good. Then we're going to use our rhubarb, the Fee Brothers Rhubarb Bitters, just a couple dashes of that. And a half of a lemon We're just gonna
Ah!
squeeze it right in your eye.
The lemon.
And then I found this at
Lemon
Walmart. This is bourbon infused honey.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, I mean, you could use any wildflower honey, but since it's bourbon infused, why not?
Yeah, why not?
About a teaspoon of that. So we got 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce each of the Saint Germain and the Italicus, ½ ounce of Monin, teaspoon of honey, 2 shakes of the rhubarb, and a half of a fresh lemon. Then, as always, or as most times,
We shake. It's like a floral shake. It's gonna be like a
arm burst.
good morning, starshine.
Like you're doing like an Easter parade.
I feel like I'm like,
You're gonna be one of those azalea
let the sun shine.
with the big.
Oh, you want me to come in my like? I want to come in with the little flower.
Yes.
That was me being the dandelion in the show.
You were being dandy. That's for sure.
You are a dandy.
And then just a little twisty twist of the lemon.
She's gonna use this citrus peeler every second she can.
Damn day. I sure am.
Every damn day.
And then I'm gonna curl that up just a little bit.
How fancy like.
And I have some dried roses
Where did you get those?
on Amazon.
Okay, so nice and accessible.
I get them to feed the chinchillas, but these are
Human grade.
These are from a tea shop. Like you can just buy
Yeah.
bulk flowers.
Yeah, sure.
You can get hibiscus this way. You can get roses. You can get all kinds of stuff.
What's the one that everybody had in Massachusetts? It was the bush. It always had a lot of bees in it, and it looks like Epcot, sort of. Like, you know.
A mum? Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like, and they get tall. They'll get really big and wide, and they're like. They'll bloom in different colors too. They'll
Yeah.
be like blue, pink, and I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna have to text my mom about this.
Hydrangea.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like hi.
Always, that's where the bees nests are.
Anyway, so there you have your little delicate Easter cocktails for your little luncheons and bruncheons.
It's very light.
It's very light, but also very potent.
Yeah.
So go easy on this if you serve it to grandma.
Have some whiskey. It'll make you feel better.
It'll make you feel better.
I just think the Italicus really adds this nice body, this like
like
bright, fresh.
I don't know how to explain it. Italicus is very clear.
Oh my God, you just used Italicus in the Metallicus bourbon.
The Italicus and the Metallicus.
Yeah.
But it almost gives it a viscosity
Yeah.
difference, you know, and that's probably also partly due to the honey as well. But this drink has like more of a texture to it.
It has a, well, we need to find the technical term for mouth slop. Has a good mouth feel. People
Yes.
people do describe things like that, but I hate saying
I didn't want to use
it.
that word because I feel like that as I do about moist. But
Ugh, bleh. Yeah, moist, mouthfeel, wet, damp. I don't like these words. Basement words.
none of these words are good for this. This is excellent. It's light. It's fruity. It's the back porch, sipping, spying on your neighbors.
Oh, even better. I love it. It's the gossip. So give it a try. You'll have to let us know what you think of it. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And of course, we always have our Patreon site, patreon.com/thebourbonstudy. And on there, we do some fun tasting videos and behind the scenes content, all sorts of stuff on there. And yeah, this is definitely, I think if you're somebody out there trying to, like Jill said earlier, swing somebody into bourbon, I think this is a definite must try.
If they're a vodka, like a martini, Cosmo, Appletini person, or a gin drinker, this is their drink.
I bet Kim would like this because Kim's not a big bourbon person, but yeah, 100%. So give it a try. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.